Okay, welcome to part 5. Breath of the Wild, Let's Play, etc. We just got our paraglider and a whole bunch of lore, and we are the fate of the universe, I don't know, whatever. But the important thing is that we can get off this freaking plateau now and do some cool stuff. So that's what we're going to do. And I know the last one was quite a bit longer than I was trying to hit. I'm trying to hit like 30 minutes a piece, but there was a lot of story stuff there. Okay, so before I go too far, I wanted to try this out. With the paraglider, everything's just so much better. I don't think... Yeah, I can't pick this up. Just wanted to make sure. There was a sword here before, you remember, from number 1. See, there's this frog thing? Bam. Just paraglider. Just love the crap out of this thing. You can get up onto super high spots and then just go wherever you want. In fact, that's what we're going to do right now. Towers, in addition to being able to unlock the map and being a fast travel point, they are high up in the air. And you could just fast travel right to them, and you've got a lot of access to faraway places if you want to do that. So, love towers as just literal jumping off points for fast travel in a certain location. So I've got all this area now that I can mess with. So the game wants you to go this way. The game wants you to go to the Kakariko village and find Impa, which is probably a good idea. Just because there's a lot of... You can do anything you want. I could go right over here and go right up and to the castle and try and fight Ganon. I can do that. I've gotten close to doing that by accident the first time I played this game, and it was not fun because you have to beat like all of the bosses of the game in the same sequence, and you don't get any like bonuses or special powers, and you're like super weak, right? So, and he's got like a ton of HP. I don't remember what the number is, but you're like taking this Deku stick to these bosses that have, you know, hundreds of HP or thousands of HP. So you've got, let's see, on average the bosses have 800 HP and Calamity Ganon has 8,000 HP. So you want to bring a ton of Deku sticks if you're going to fight him this early on. That's just not feasible, not fun, not what I would suggest. Instead, I would suggest just following what the game wants you to do for a little while. There's a couple of things that we can unlock still before we get like free reign of everything, and it's just a good way to progress. You get a feel for the other stuff. I guess I can... What do I have in my... Claymore, spear... I could do this. I'm going to take out this camp real quick, because there's a treasure chest over there that I kind of want. So I can do paraglider. So stamina... See, even when I'm not moving, it still eats my stamina, but it doesn't eat it as fast. If I drop, it doesn't eat any stamina. I think I can do this. Nope, not with a spear. With a spear, it moves you too far. Whoa. Oh, crap, he didn't die. I was like, I got lucky. I killed this guy. They were still hanging out, doing nothing. Oh, that is unfortunate. His buddy took him out with a rock. That is not something that usually happens after you get past the scrub level monsters, because it just doesn't do that much damage. So these guys are easy. They're supposed to be easy. Master Quest, it becomes very annoying very fast to fight just early monsters for no reason. So you gotta have a reason, or you gotta have pretty decent stuff. I want to do this. Yep. See, there's a whole bunch of crates and stuff that I want to blow up after I pick up this stuff, because it's gonna go everywhere. Got me some arrows. Some more arrows. I want to say arrows can come in packs of 5 or 10 or single arrows. I don't remember if you can find them in packs of 20. We'll know here in a bit because they sell them in this town that we're going to. And as relatively easy as it is to find arrows in the wild, if you get a little ways into the game, you're probably going to be using arrows faster than you can just find them. Or you'll be... Oh, see, they're down. I can't get to them. Or they'll be... you just won't... You won't be in a place where you'll be killing the guys basically before they shoot at you enough times to give you the arrows that you need. So, it's really handy to know where they get sold and have rupees in order to buy them. I still don't have any rupees. I don't know that there are any rupees on this plateau. It might be one of those random things that doesn't unlock until you get down further. I don't know that I need that sword. Just another cool little thing you can do with a paraglider. Just if you're worried about getting hit with damage from jumping off of something, just paraglide. Okay, so we want to go over here, and there is a convenient tower in that general vicinity, which is great because that's where you want to go next. I want to look over here first because there's some cool stuff over here. I'll show you this thing. So you can do this, and then just open it up right at the bottom again, and you don't... Oh, cool, someone's in trouble. Let's go help them out. Just part of the world of Hyrule. And... Oh, my spear broke. Let's use this. See, that was a sneak strike, because he didn't know I was there. Can't carry anymore. Hey, look! Hi, how's it going? Mina! I don't remember asking you for help, and they'll call me the rude one if I don't thank you somehow. She's just a bunch of happiness, isn't she? Mighty Crab Risotto. So, a lot of times, this is like one of those random things that happens out in the wild. Some of these guys tend to be in certain areas more than others. Some of them go all over the world. So I'll probably run into her eventually again. And if you help them out, they usually give you something. Some people don't give you anything. But I'll get them next time for sure. Yeah, you will. Sure. That's great. But also, they kind of distract the enemies, so you can get an easy kill in. Mina is safe. I knew it wasn't smart to go treasure hunting in these parts. Mills and Mina. He's kind of a downer, but he, his heart's in the right place. He's trying to protect her and all that. Rusty broadsword. Not interested. But you can, so something I haven't showed you yet. Metal weapons can get picked up with your magnet. And this is handy for certain other random things later on. I wonder if this will actually do any damage. Little fox. Nope, nothing. Scared him off. Okay, so we are in this little spot. I don't have anything on the map because the map doesn't exist because I haven't found the tower yet. I need to go up high so I know where I am. This is not the right spot. Okay, we're over here. Paraglider, all the time. Every time. Just amazing. It doesn't, wear out. There's no durability to worry about, so it's your thing. Ducks. Ducks in the water. There's, a handful of different kinds of ducks, too. Ooh, an Octorok. Octoroks have been around since forever in the Zelda world. You can... Let's see if I can remember how to do this. You can reflect things back at them and kill them. You can just shoot them with an arrow. They're in the water, so it's not like you can't just hit them. they drop tentacles and random fish sometimes. And I think they can drop balloons too. That's where you get it's a really cool little random thing in the game. But they drop these little gut sacks or whatever, but they're basically balloons. So whenever you put them down, whatever they're touching, they try and elevate like a regular balloon would. The Octoroks in this game are not always in the water. Traditionally, they've always been in the water, with a couple of random exceptions. But in this game, they can be anywhere. And we'll find them later. But they can be on land, they can be on a mountain, I don't think I've ever actually seen them in lava. But they can pretty much be wherever they want. And you will know, if you're paying attention, you'll know where they are. You'll get a feel for it. Rusty Claymore. So it's a lot of damage, but it doesn't last very long. So there's really no reason for me to hold on to it. Just like this rusty shield. There is a way to make these not rusty, but it's kind of a pain in the butt at this point because I don't have any fast travel anywhere near where that would be. So we're just going to ignore them for now. No sense in picking them up and having them in our inventory for a long time to do nothing. There is, I seem to recall, something over here. Yeah, there's a couple things over here. So this is kind of odd, right? This is kind of suspicious. Just a pile of leaves. So you can burn these if I wanted to burn things, but you don't have to. It's easier to do this. Just blow them up, and then there's something underneath it. Look, it's a rock. It's a Korok. Get it? It's a Korok underneath a rock. That was terrible. And yeah, there we go. I try and not hit him with the rock. I've hit a lot of them with rocks over the years, and it's kind of sad. They just take it. They're just such happy little creatures. Ah, wooden bow. It's not the most reliable for battling monster, but it's excellent for hunting small animals. So I don't need that. That's fine. I got plenty of bows. Not worried about it. I don't need to kill that fox. Where is that thing? Oh, it's over here. Here we go. So, see, this is a chest, but you can't really do anything with it. So then you pull out one of your fancy, whatever things, push and pull and blah blah blah, bam. Okay, so this is one of the X chests that actually has something in it. Majora's Mask. So this is a piece of headgear, which we don't have any of yet. And it makes you harder to spot by certain enemies while you're wearing it, and it also makes you look crazy, right? Just crazy. Got a little creepy feel to it. So I have nothing else to wear right now on my face, so there's no reason for me not to wear this thing. I haven't found a super great use for it yet. There are some really cool random armor things in this game that I just love the detail of. But there it is. And we want to go over here, because I've got one of these. So you're thinking, this isn't anything, it's just some random island, and there's not a Korok rock there, so what are you over here for? Well, we're over here for this. This is a talus, and they are in certain spots. I like to stamp them so I don't forget where they are. And they, all the monsters regen eventually, and they give you stuff. See that thing? That cool thing on top that's all shiny and glowing? He's got some cool stuff for us once we beat him. He's got 2 arms that he can throw at you, and then eventually he stamps them and brings it back. But you want to hit him here, otherwise it doesn't do any damage. You got to hit him in his and then he falls down, and you can get up on him again. Sometimes they'll shake you off, but you just kind of repeat this. Once you know what's going on, it's not terribly difficult. Ah, my sledgehammer's running out of power. See how I killed, or I shot off that luminous stone. This is kind of like an ore. I mean, it is an ore, but it's not like super expensive. You can't turn it in for a lot of money, basically. Some money, but not like your diamonds or your topaz or whatever. This is gonna break here in a second. And because it broke, it did a critical damage, and then he fell down again. So I need to pull out another. I thought that would last longer. Oh, I've got a claymore. This will work. Usually you just want like a two-handed weapon. Sledgehammers are one of the better things. There's a specific kind of Goron hammer that you get eventually pretty easily, and that's a good one for these guys too. But it just takes a little time. Once you know how to get them, how to beat them, they're not hard to beat. Some of them are bigger and better, whatever. Some of them have diamonds on them, which are just like the best thing ever. And badly damaged. What else do I have? I guess I could smack him with a Boko club or something. See, if you let him turn around like that, he's gonna try and attack you, and you gotta like just work your way. You can actually go underneath him. I've done that before. It's tricky, but you can do it if you're paying attention. Badly damaged. Come on, last. Ah, come on. I'm almost done. Just have to go through all of my weapons in order to get it. Just part of the wonderful game that this is that durability plays a pretty significant portion of your strategies here. So this is what's called a sub-boss, I guess. Got me some amber, some opal. Oh, flint. I needed that for that other thing that we starred. Amber, opal, luminous stones. And I think I knocked off a couple somewhere else. Maybe they just fell closer than I thought they did. But those guys are great for mining. Once you get better weapons and you're stronger, you can hit harder. It's not difficult to get a whole bunch of ores out of them. Try and sneak up on this bass while I'm here. Aha! Success. So, I should talk about taluses. So that was a stone talus that has 300 HP. And it'll drop flint, amber, opal, rubies. This was a special, because of his stone was special. It was the luminous version, so he drops luminous stones, topazes, and diamonds as well, which I didn't know about. And the luminous version has 600 HP instead of the standard one. And then there's a rare stone talus that has like diamonds or something on top of it, and it'll drop pretty much every ore. Then there's like a fire version and a frost version and a tiny version. Those are kind of funny. A tiny fire and a tiny frost version. So these are good to know where they are. They just sit there until you get close, and then they pop up and scare the crap out of you, and then you fight them. You don't have to fight them. You can run away if you want to. They're cool with that. They just don't want you up in their face. So, alright, anyway. I'm hoofing it. Got me some... I can pick up this claymore now. I've got extra slots, basically. So there's no sense in me not filling my slots. I'm going to get that later. So many awesome opportunities. Alright, we're coming up to a camp. And this camp is everybody's sleeping. I've got my mask on, so they shouldn't be able to see me, but I think they can still hear me the same. So I got to be careful about that. And got a club. I think I could sneak strike this guy. No, seriously? So if I'm not too loud, yeah. See, he didn't alert anybody. Spears are good. Spears on fire are even better. The only problem with this is that occasionally, whenever you use fire on an enemy, they will pick up the fire themselves, and then the fire will be their advantage. Boom. See, that did like half damage to one of them. And then, oh, rupee, it's my first rupee! I'm gonna frame this guy. The soft green glow puts a smile on your face. Yep, so, rupees. Money does exist in this game. It's not super important, but it comes in handy a lot. You want it. You want to keep it. These guys all have spears, which means they've got... Well, this one doesn't have spears. He's got a giant club. Oh, crap, I died. I got hit. I got hit once by a spear. On fire. That's all it takes. So, where am I gonna pop out? This is a good question. Would it have auto-saved after I killed the Talus? I don't think it would have. Oh boy. Oh, yeah, we're okay. Oh man, we got a whole bunch of stuff. We'll go through that in a second. I want to see if I got my mask. Looks like I got... Yep, I got my luminous stones. So yeah, that wasn't too bad. Sometimes you lose a lot of progress if you're out in the overworld. If you're in a shrine, it doesn't usually, you can't go that far back without having an autosave. But okay, so adventure logs. So this is something that populate automatically once we get off of the plateau, and it is the DLC stuff. So these are all side quests. These are all extra stuff. And we've got side quests, we've got memories, we've got main quests, and then the one to the right is shrines. But those probably won't be... We won't hold on to those for too long. Usually once you get a shrine quest, you do it, and because it's right there. So yeah, I could go and destroy Ganon right now, but I'm not gonna. That would be stupid. So there's a lot of cool stuff that they added over the year of DLCs or whatever it was. The Ancient Horse Rumors, the Royal Guard, the Merchant Hood, the Garb of Winds, the Usurper King. So these are all things that relate to other Zelda games. Except for this is new. And no, that's another Zelda game. This is a Xenoblade game. This is a great game if you haven't played this game. Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Highly recommend it. Eventually I might do one of these for that game too, but anyway, so we're gonna try and do that again, but better and stronger and faster and with more awesomeness? So we're gonna try and sneak up on this guy proper this time. I think I might have been going too fast. So you'll notice the spear's back, the barrels are back, all the enemies are back, but I still had my stuff. So I want to see if I can take out as many of these guys as possible sneak-wise. But this guy right here, I'm worried about him seeing me. I've got the mask on. I don't really have a good feel for what the mask limitations are. Ah, crap, he was up. I think it's just morning. I think that's why they woke up. So, I can do this. Just drop it, run. Not super efficient this time, but I'll get it there. Drop it. Run. Boom. You can theoretically repeat that forever, and they will never hit you. It's boring, though. It's not my preferred way of fighting stuff. Now these are blue bokoblins, so they're a lot tougher than the regular red ones. But they shouldn't be that much of a problem. once you know what you're doing, once you know what to look out for. See, that one went back already because I'm out of range and I'm not actively engaging with them. I will take that. Thank you very much. Boku Bat. Made by a Bokoblin. If you swing it at an enemy shield, it may be able to knock the shield out. This is basically the two-handed version of the club that they drop. Something else that I've noticed is if you've got, if you like do just your regular thing, you do that little extra attack at the end, and it takes a little extra time to do it. So sometimes it's better to just tap and tap and tap and tap and tap instead of just flurry it out. Dragonflies. Warm Darner. Cook it with monster parts for an elixir that will raise your core temperature so you can resist the cold. So, there's I think there's 3 different kinds of these guys. See, he sees me, but the other one doesn't see me. He's not running over here or anything. Not really sure. Poor guy. So it's like he didn't want to attack me right away, which is kind of cool. So it's badly damaged. Well, I get some fire, and I'm gonna wait for him to try and attack me. There we go. Now he's on fire. And it doesn't last for very long. See, he tried to kick him. They will kick it. Sometimes they'll pick them up and throw them, I think. I feel like I've seen that. I'm running out of cool stuff to use. I can use this, it'll be fine. So, encampments, other than, you know, obviously the drops that they give you, they have some pretty decent, like, weapons to pick up as you run out of things. And you just get a feel for kind of where the encampments are and what stuff they have, so you can come back later and get them if you really want them. See, I don't know that I should have been able to do that. What am I using for a bow? Oh, shoot, I got my 14 selected. No wonder. Roasted bass. So, yeah, you got fish, you put it on the fire, it gives you the roasted version. Just like the apples and the mushrooms. You can do it to get directly health restoration, or you can wait later to use them in recipes or upgrades. The upgrades never take food. They always take ingredients. Hey, look, there's a rock that's doing nothing, but it's got a rupee underneath it. This is my first official rupee again. So, something different. Out of space, which is good. Okay, back on the road. On the road again. We are going this way towards this red blip, which is our tower. Look, we are going into the forest. Oh, look, there's a deer. Oh, there's another deer. Deer are really cool in this game. Ah, that's an Octorok. You see that? Can you see that? Oh, yep, there it is. And he moves to the ground, too. So it's not... It's different. If you want him to pop out, I think you can do... Yeah, there you go. Hey, these are those balloons I was talking about. Just attach them to something. So I don't know that I've got enough stealth to really sneak up on a deer yet. But I like deer. They're pretty cool. Boars will fight you. They're not, like, super into it. They're not monsters. They're not trying to kill you or anything, but they will defend themselves. Deer pretty much run away. They're very skittish. Nope, the boar. Where am I going? Here, over here. Look, there's a weird outcropping. Is that a deer? That is a bird. So, yeah, it's one of those, oh shoot, what do they call those? Okay, here we go. These are moblins. These are the big, lanky, and a lot stronger versions of the bokoblins. Or maybe the bokoblins are the smaller, weaker versions of the moblins. I want to say moblins were the ones in the first games, and then they kind of broke them up in a couple of ways. But I'm trying to find the stats on these guys. Moblins, the standard red moblin, which you can totally see because that's what happens when you drop your controller. Standard red moblin has 86 HP, and it drops horns and fangs. And then your next stage up, your blue, is 144 HP. So they're stronger. They usually have two-handed weapons that they use with one hand. See, that's a bat that he's got in his hand. Hey, it's a chew. Poke. Poke. I don't really want to fight this guy yet. I don't really have a good reason to do that, and my weapons aren't very good. But there's a few of them just hanging out, ready to fight if I needed. He's got a spear in his hand, just using it one-handed like it's not a big deal. Let's see. Trying to avoid him. There's a shrine over there. Choose. Chew jellies. Kind of a special thing. If you attack them, they disappear. So be careful if you're trying to farm jellies that you're not attacking the actual drops. The other ones, I don't think, like the horns and the fangs that I've been finding so far, those you don't have to worry about hitting, but chews are special creatures. I don't know that I can make it up there. Let's try. I got extra stamina. It's not too terribly high. Do. So there might not be nothing. There might be nothing at the top of this flagpole. But I gotta try. I gotta find out. And this is really slow. I might do one. Oh, that didn't go nearly as far as I thought it would. Oh, see? There's something up here now. Just gotta make it all the way to the top without falling, which I might fall. This is... Wait, hold on. Ah, man. So, it doesn't matter how much you have left. You can still get one more jump in. So what I was trying to do at the very last second there was get that jump in. Because it'll take all your stamina either way. If you've got, you know, your 20% or your 3%, you can still get that jump in. It doesn't affect that. So if you get close and you're within jumping distance, you can usually just jump and make it to the end. Or you can just be patient and do it the way that you're supposed to do it the first time, and you probably won't fall. We'll see. I'm getting close. Like I said, this gets a lot easier later. Bunch more stamina, armor that helps out with this. Red, jump. Yep, there we go. See? Korok seed number 10. Da 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 da. And now he's just here. This is not the worst place in the world to be stuck forever. Got a pretty decent view of some moblins and a little camp over there and this bridge. There's a guy on the bridge. You can barely see him, but let's go over near the shrine. I just love this paraglider so much. You get good at that, and you can go a long ways on the paraglider. In fact, there's one area that you have to go. Well, you don't have to use the paraglider, but it's so much cooler to use the paraglider. But you use basically like a good 2 rings of stamina and then some to get over to this island. And that's if you know what you're doing. Blah blah blah. I am Bosch Kala. Bosch Kala. So this is your first, like, legitimately, you could not do this if you didn't want to, shrines. And you'll notice that there's no runes, because you've already got your runes, minus the 1 or 2 that I'm going to get later, but it doesn't come from a shrine. And it's just a puzzle. So the rest of them are just like this. They've got some sort of random little puzzle in them, and you've already gotten all the tools you need in order to deal with it. So this is air. I just wanted to illustrate something. You can throw bombs, and they get affected by the air. Yeah. So if you've got... that was a bad example. Didn't go nearly as far when I'm not in the air stream. It only made it like halfway. So bombs are affected by air, which comes in handy later. You are also affected by air, obviously. So usually when you see one of those things, it means that something needs to be moving. It could be you, it could be a bomb, it could be, you know, some ball that you find in the shrine, but those come up more than once. And if it's like this, usually it's you. You're going to be the one moving. Just double tap that X button, and you got your paraglider out and run and go. And so there's our monk. We could get to him pretty easily just by jumping over there. But there's a treasure chest here, because you can see there's no treasure chest in my name, so I know that there's something missing yet. And I happen to know that there is nothing over here for us. This is just a way back, if you want to go back. But I happen to know that there's a way to... There's a thing over on the right-hand side. I think it's the right-hand side. We're going to find out here. Sorry. This way. Aha! Success! That sometimes takes me 2 or 3 tries to get there. Ah, inventory's full. So yeah, if you had like a full inventory and you loved everything in your inventory and you liked what was in this chest and you know wanted to just note it and come back, put a stamp on your map or something like that. The chest itself doesn't like keep you from unlocking anything later. So if you haven't gotten to it, or if you leave it there, or if you just ignore it completely, it doesn't matter. It's just for your benefit. It's not like it's going to prevent you from getting the spirit orb or anything else. See, he's got this one's not like as super happy. He's kind of in a relaxed, like, hand on his head, like, ah crap. And he's got his little one of his little rings. He's like, maybe I was playing with this thing when I sort of zombified. I don't know if that's like a instantaneous process, or if you like have to sit there in that pose for 60 years to let your body decay enough. Living Buddhas are crazy, and they're real, you know. So this is kind of what this is. You meditate until you kind of die, and then you're basically a zombie. Well, a zombie. You're basically a mummy without the living part of it. See, I got rupees now. 1 rupee. Ha! So wonderful. Another fast travel point. Another shrine down. Another spirit orb. 3 more of those, and I can do... Oh, hello. See? Look. See this? That is suspicious. Ooh, that's suspicious too. I'll deal with that later. Ooh, a chest too. There's just a ton of little things. I could just pass up all this. Ooh, another thing. Look at this. Okay, so this is odd, right? You got this pretty river just hanging out. You got some fish in it. A chest way up there that you can't see anymore. And then you got this little ring here that's just kind of sitting, and you're thinking, what the hell is this for? And you look around, and there's all these rocks. Just sitting there. Like, maybe I should pick up one of these rocks and throw it. And you do it. There's a lot of rocks because sometimes it takes all of your rocks in order to get one inside. This is not like super user friendly. Come on. I have to be right on that edge. Dun, dun, dun. Trying not to fall down. And he kind of throws them at a weird angle too. Ah, crap. Oh, wait, I can do this. Hold on. Let's make things easier for myself. I think I can do that. Yep. Just, you don't have to do this. Just another one of those cool little things that you can do if you want to. I should be able to kind of ricochet this. Ah, too far. I might use all of these rocks in order to get this in. I don't even know right at the moment that anything's going to happen when I do that. Oh, come on. Alright, bad idea. Let's just try to do this. Well. Let's just try and do this the old-fashioned way for now. There's several of these in the game, and sometimes it's good to have Cryonis there. Nope. I lost my rock. And I might run out of stamina. No, I'll be fine. Just stop. Rest. Jump. Since I have to walk anyway, I'm not really losing anything by not having stamina. Ah, come on! Seriously? I'm gonna get this. This is happening now. This is a matter of pride. Eventually, I'm gonna do all these. So I've had to do. There's a couple of these where I've run out of rocks or boulders or whatever it was that they wanted me to use, and I've had to wait and come back. Ah, come on. Maybe if I come at it from kind of the side. Alright, I've only got a couple rocks left, and then I'm gonna have to come back later. But this is happening eventually. Nope, nope. Dropped a rock. See, I didn't actually fall, but because I slipped for a second, I dropped my rock. Which is kind of important at this point. I wonder if... Hold on a sec. I've got this last rock. Why don't I try... I don't know if these have the same weight to them. They do not have the same weight to them. They're similar. Maybe I can get kind of a... See, that went a lot further than the rock did. I was going to try and use this as practice, but it's not working out. Damn you. Alright, fine. I'll come back. Unless I find another rock. Yeah. I'm, some of these are tricky. Some of these are tricky. Some of these are not very tricky. Sometimes you just find a rock that you need to pick up, right? See, I'm fighting the current. Sometimes that's bad. If you run out of stamina in the middle of a river, you're screwed. Okay, so what I can tell, there are two very similar rock formations, obviously not natural. One item on them is shiny, so I assume that I can pick it up with magnets. And if I take this one off, this one is similar but not the same. And if I put it down here, it's the same. this is a Korok puzzle. Well, usually you find two things. They're relatively close together. Sometimes like one's on one side of the river and the other's on the other side of the river, and you gotta really, you know, work for it. But a lot of times they're right next to each other, and you just need to figure out how to make them the same. This is ore. This is your mining thing. I don't have any sledgehammers with me, so I'm just gonna use bombs. But it drops your ores, your opals, your topaz, your diamonds, etc. Usually diamonds don't show up with these regular ones. There are ones that are like shiny, kind of like we saw the luminous stone one, except ooh, rock salt. This is mostly for cooking. I think it's actually only for cooking. But, well, there might be a quest that involves... Yeah, there's a quest that involves a handful of rock salt that you have to find. Anyway, special kinds of these stones exist that have different stuff in them. See, there's only one head, but there's three bodies. Drops usually float. So if something does fall in the river, it'll usually float such that you can get to it. With the current, you're not always going to get to it, but... Flint. Flint's good. It has a quest, not too many flint required, but it's good to have around in case you need to make a campfire, because you can light things on fire by hitting flint with a metal object, or a weapon, metal weapon. Usually you'll have a metal weapon, but you won't always have flint, so it's good to hold on to a bunch of them. Don't sell them; they're not worth it. Okay, there's a blue one and a red one. Two red ones, sorry. Silent. So, in addition to the critical, or the 8 times damage that the sneak strike does, I also got some... I had a few seconds where he wasn't doing anything to me. So I can take advantage of that. Come on. Two-handed weapons are so slow sometimes. They are great for a lot of stuff, but they are slow enough. You gotta be very careful about your timing. See, this is what I was trying to pick up before. I'd rather have... You only need a handful of kind of crappy two-handed stuff. Oops. Inner chest. Opals for all, and to all a good opal. Bugs. Bugs that I'm not catching. Hey, bugs! I need these bugs. You need grasshoppers too for a quest. Once you get 10 of them, you pretty much don't need more ever. But they're still okay. Sunset fireflies are needed for a couple of other things, like I said in 2 or 3. I don't remember which episode it was. Bladed rhino beetle. Booyah. There's a couple different kinds of beetles. They usually sit on trees about eye level, but if you get close, they scare easily. So you gotta be careful about that. I want to go talk to this guy real quick, just to talk to this guy. There's no reason otherwise to do it. He doesn't do anything, but it's kind of cool. The end is here. This is better than most. Dun dun dun. We're doomed. I mean, don't panic. He's just super, super optimistic. Brico. He's not freaked out by my mask at all. He's super cool with it. I look disturbing. Did you see them? They're popping out all over the ground. Like freaking weeds or something. Mushrooms. Oh shoot.
Oh.
The end is here. Yes, yes, the end is here. The Guardian, of course. Dun dun dun. So yeah, we already know about Guardians. Got chased by one. They are all around the castle, which is super handy later once you have the ability to pretty much beat them to death really fast. That's fun. Because they give you some cool drops. And they're kind of fun to fight. My lightning fast reflexes. Kyotsuke. Alright, so... Don't be rash. Drive me batty. I don't... What happens if I jump off? Does he turn into a vampire or something? He said batty. Like it meant something. No, he's cool. He doesn't care. Alright, anyway, so this is probably a good place to stop for now. We'll try and take on tower number 2 here in a bit later. But for now, thanks for watching, and we will catch you on the next